And I think the message has also gone across to the party cadre that they all have to rally around Sasikala. It is whether or not the next of kin of Sasikala will get the same place and same gratitude that Sasikala will get. That is a question mark, because I think there will be issues and there will be questions raised on her own next of kin being appointed to key party positions, which perhaps will have some amount of dissent. But largely there will be broad acceptance of Sasikala and her whip and the fact that she has taken over the reins of the party.
Yes, and even as we speak now, you know, the final rituals being carried out by Shashikala as all the leaders of the party look on, and even those who've come to pay the respects, politicians from across the country look on. It is Shashikala Anand who is carrying out those final rituals as you bid goodbye to your loved one. In this case, of course, the 68-year-old late Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Jayalalitha. And Anand, still people continue to stand on the streets outside, watching on those big screens for the last time as they say goodbye to her.
Yes, they are, and many are surprised. Many are not able to understand the state funeral and the burial ritual because for a lot of them, they thought it will be cremation that we'll be seeing, and then we'll be seeing all the rites which will be conducted. But as I was walking through those crowds, this was the sentiment that was going on. Some were wondering what is going on. And then they realized when somebody else was explaining that she's being buried like Anna was or like MGR was. And then they perhaps reconciled. But we have to tell our viewers that the rites and the rituals were performed at the Poets Garden residence early this morning when her mortal remains were brought there. And now what is being accorded is a state funeral, so it's a 60-gun salute, which he has got 12 of the Madras Regiment personnel who will be there, who will be firing 5 shots each, and it's a 60-gun salute as part of the state funeral is concerned. And then she will be buried. She'll be laid to rest, and she will be there, one with the soil that she toiled for, just like her mentor, just like her idol, and that is what her wish was. Not born in Tamil Nadu, but a daughter of the state, a mother for all the people here in Tamil Nadu today. So that's how she has evolved, from a starlet to a star, to a political nobody, to a political adversary, to a political behemoth or a giant. That has been the journey of Jayalalitha ever since her entry into the Tamil landscape. And she was always people for the people of Tamil Nadu. She embraced the people and made them her own, and she made the interest of the state foremost. And that's what will always stand about her, and that's what people will always remember her for, that she always put the state, the interest of the Tamil people first.
Now, Anand, the very important point made by you there as you talked about the fact that being buried next to her mentor, next to MGR, also will ensure that that sort of gives the people a monument to remember her by as well. But also very importantly, considering the fact that she was really an outsider when she entered politics, a Brahmin-born woman in Karnataka comes and takes over the party which champions the cause of the Dravidian movement. Therefore, too, the symbolism of wanting to get buried is an important message to her constituency, to her people.
Yes, it is. And interestingly, now that you brought it up, Tina, the fact is she never made it obvious about her Brahmin background. Her personal beliefs never interfered with her interest of the state. She knew what she needed to do for the Tamil people, and that is why she had an appeal with a cross-section of society who never remembered her as a Brahmin face, who never remembered her by her caste or by her origins. They remembered her by what she did for the people of Tamil Nadu, what she stood for the people of Tamil Nadu, how she picked up issues of the state, and what she did for the state's progress and the people's progress. See, and it is amazing, kudos to her, that she was able to, command that sentiment. She was able to hold that sway. It's not easy. And that's why she is a role model for all the regional satraps. How do you hold sway? How do you get decimated to ground but then rise from the ashes and then shine? And not just once but twice over. And how do you put seasoned politicians in place? How do you call the shots despite not being the person in power? How do you be heard despite not making a noise? Just speaking so little, speaking very seldom, but whenever she spoke, she was always heard. Her opinion always mattered. Everybody at the central level also thought, what does Jayalalitha think? What will the AIADMK do? What is their position? And that is because of the silent cloud that she wielded, which was significant. And that is kudos to her intelligence, kudos to her political mind and her willingness to adapt, learn, and also adopt.
Well, absolutely adopt and learn and move with her people. As you said, Anand, she turned into such a champion of the masses. It is a rare politician that people look up to as a mother, as a parental figure, and that is really what Jayalalitha became for the people of Tamil Nadu. Very few have spoken of the controversies she may have been mired in. Very few have spoken of the negatives, because she will always be remembered as Amma, someone who cared for her people like a mother. And we have spoken again and again, Anand, of the kind of important developmental measures that she took. Things like the Amma canteens, where poor people could get food for virtually next to nothing. Those are the kind of reasons that people will always remember her as a mother figure.
Yes.
In the pretty, Havari Sumanda Vallam.
Well, Jayalalitha, the extraordinary politician, the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, has been laid to rest as the casket has now been lowered. The last rites performed at Marina Beach, next to MGR's memorial, in a moment that will be remembered. She will also always be remembered with this monument. That was one of her last wishes, to be buried next to her mentor, MGR, at the MGR memorial. And that is what has just happened, as an entire nation has mourned today the loss of one of the tallest political leaders of our time, someone who has stood like a rock for the people of Tamil Nadu over the past several decades, a six-time Chief Minister, and also someone who was serving a consecutive second term as Chief Minister, coming to power this time in 2016 with an absolutely whopping mandate by her people. There, her closest friend, her confidant, Shashikala, who is now tipped to take over the running of the party, the reins of the party. She is at the forefront here today, and the message has gone out to the party cadres too, that it is she who will take over, who will take the baton and take the party forward, even as O. Paneerselvam will perform the functions of the state, of governance and administration as Chief Minister. These pictures coming to you live from Marina Beach, where my colleagues have been through the day bringing you all the updates. Is thousands of people have thronged, tens of thousands of people have thronged here at the Marina Beach, and also earlier at the Rajaji Hall, where the casket had been placed for people to come and pay their last respects. Everyone, the tallest leaders, from the Prime Minister Narendra Modi to President Pranab Mukherjee, were among those who came to Chennai and paid their last respects, who were part of this state funeral. We must remind you that all the tallest leaders, the senior most leaders of many political parties, including her political opponents, including parties that are seen as political rivals to the AIADMK, everyone in presence today, in attendance today, as they bid farewell